What's up guys, Grim here. Sorry about the lack of videos on this channel. I was actually going to make sure that everybody went over to my other channel instead of doing any videos on this one, but I've had a little bit of a change of heart. If anybody knows me, I change my mind all the time, and it just seems like the Wizard101 content wouldn't be a very good fit on my other channel, so I decided to kick this one back up and put all of my Wizard101 content on this channel, and I figured that would be a good idea. What do you guys think? If you think it's a good idea for me to keep uploading Wizard101 videos, hit the thumbs up button and let me know that you guys would like to see it. Alright, so now that we're getting right back into this channel and showing off the Wizard101 gameplay because I'm playing a lot of it, it's time to show off what all I've been doing since the last videos that I was on. So, okay, let's go ahead and open up our character profile here. You will see that my character is finally level 110. So, I've hit max level at this current time, and the gear I got is pretty good. It could be a lot better, but you got to find somebody to farm with, and finding people to farm with is rather difficult. So at least for me anyway, I don't really have too many friends in the game, and the people that I do play with are much lower level than me. So unfortunately I passed them all up with all the gaming that I do, and they're just left in the dust and going off to their normal jobs and going, man, you know, I wish I could play the game some more, but it looks like Grim's going to out-level us all. Well, I did, and the highest level that my friends are currently at is like level 75 or 76, something like that. So they have a lot of ways to go, and I just breezed right past them and max leveled. Okay, so I pretty much beat the game for the most part up until this point. However, there is like one boss or something that I still have to do, which is Rasputin. If you guys know anything about the game, you'll know at the end of Polaris is Rasputin, and I have not beat him yet. I've got to get a group together that knows what they're doing, and that way we can have some fun doing it and down the boss for me. Okay, also Rasputin dropped some good items, such as a really good deck for your character. If you guys have not seen the loot drops from Rasputin, it's pretty nice, specifically the decks that he drops. So let's go ahead and go over my gear here. Well, I'll show off my other stats here. My critical rating is halfway's decent. I mean, I don't have like the Jack's wand or whatever it was that was available during a Halloween time at one point, or any of that good stuff that offers really high crit. So I'm basically stuck with the stuff that is available pretty easy for somebody at my level. I could farm Baba Yaga, but it's kind of hard to want to farm stuff like that whenever you know the best gear is pretty much still in Darkmoor. You know, even at level 110, I've looked it all up, I've made my own judgment, and whenever it comes to the highest damaging gear, it's still in Darkmoor. So I gotta find somebody that is a group of people that's willing to help me farm Malastare in his shadow form or whatever it is. I have not even beaten that yet. That's actually the next thing on my quest whenever it comes to Darkmoor. I beat everything else leading up to Malastare. I've just not even fought him yet, because I couldn't find anybody that a group that was willing to do it and stick with it. Because usually whenever you queue up for a group, you'll get in, and then all of a sudden somebody will leave the party, and it's like, you know, I can't even do this with, you know, only 3 people or 2 people or whatever it is. So really missing out on some of the in-game content, such as beating Rasputin and beating Malastare. So I'm missing out on that. If you guys happen to have a good group going and you would like to invite the Grimmeister to help me farm gear, or at least down those bosses for the first time, I would really appreciate it. So okay, so let's go ahead and look at the other stuff that we have going on here. Okay, gear wise, we have this helm here, which you can buy it off the marketplace, but it's pretty much the best damaging helm that I can get right now until I can farm like Darkmoor or something like that. It gives 114 crit rating and 17% damage, which is really nice for me. I have some, well, that's something that needs to be trashed. I have some other stuff, such as I use this for my energy gear whenever I'm doing farming. And then I use this whenever I need block rating. So that's that. All right. Whenever I was doing a little bit of Dark Moor, I happened to get this chest piece, and this was such a huge upgrade to me. It was so nice to get it. However, it is not quite the Malistaire chest piece that I would like to get. It has a great accuracy at 15%. But the Malistaire chess piece actually has 25% accuracy, which is just insane. All right, and then it has 101 crit rating and 19% damage. And then I use this particular chess piece here whenever I need block rating. Such as if I'm soloing something, a lot of times I would prefer to have block rating rather than crit rating. And then I use this piece of gear here that I got from the Evergreen bundle for my energy. And it's the same for the helm. The Evergreen cowl here came from the Evergreen bundle as well. Alright, so the boots that I have are the ones that you can buy from the auction house. This gives 95 crit rating with 18% damage. And then I use this one here for the energy, which is 8 energy. And then I have these boots here that I think I got out of a pack or something, but it has 56 block rating. So this is what I use whenever I need block. Of course, farming stuff in Polaris right now would be better for block rating, but like I said, it's hard to want to farm that stuff whenever you know the best damaging gear is in Darkmoor. Maybe after I get the best damaging gear is whenever I'll go back to Polaris and decide to farm the block gear. Alright, then the wand that I'm using is the Zeus Thunderstrike staff, and it has 95 crit rating and of course the power pip, which is nice. Yeah, that has 55 block. I don't believe that's what I use. Yeah, okay. So this is what I use for block rating right here. It has 120, which is really good for me. This one is kind of just middle of the road. I think I'm keeping it mainly because it's kind of a cool looking weapon. If you can see, it has a glow to it, and I think it looks pretty nice, so that's why I kept it. Alright, so my theme is the Warlord's Blade of Gus, and this has 12% damage, and of course stuff like 305 health, which is pretty nice, and 10% power pip chance. So yeah, not a bad a theme. I happen to get this Baba Yaga one here, which has pretty good block, so I use that if I ever need block rating. Alright, so for my necklace, I am keeping this level 92 necklace because it has a balance blade on it as well as a sharpening blade. So that's very good for building up my damage. If you guys know of a necklace that would be better to have that's really easy to get, that doesn't require like a huge group of really coordinated people, let me know, because I wouldn't mind having a better necklace if there is one. However, I like this one. Of course, I was using at one time the feint blade, the feint spell that was on the necklace, and that gave a 75% feint, which was pretty nice, but I ended up opting for this because I like to not use up my pips if I can do it, so that I hit faster. Alright, then I actually farmed this Ring of Alpha and Omega from the Gladiator in, I think it's Olympus. Yeah, that's where it is. And this was at one time the best ring in the game. However, there are other rings that do other things that some people think are better, but you know, a lot of times oh, loud sounds there. The Alpha and Omega ring is still considered one of the top rings, so it's really good to have this. And I just grabbed one of my friends. They didn't even have to be max level, and we went there and farmed it up, and we both got a ring of Alpha and Omega. Alright, so the pets that I have right now, I'm using the standard pet for the most part that you get through a class quest, and this is the Leviathan pet, and it gives a Stormblade, it has a disarm, as well as the Leviathan special card. And my particular one ended up where it can cast Storm Spear, which is gives me piercing damage. Incoming heal boost. It got where it can cast Galvanic Field, which is really nice for me, as well as 20 crit rating. So it's not a bad pet at all. I'm just recently getting into the pet breeding, and I'm trying to figure it all out. I've read a bunch of guides and stuff, but a lot of it doesn't answer exactly all the questions I have. Such as, I've always wondered, take for instance this pet right here. I think it looks awesome. I would like to have this as my pet, but it's a death pet with a death card. Can I use this particular pet look and say breed it with my main pet so it gets a Stormblade? I don't know. I'm not sure. Can I make it look like this and then get the card of my main pet through pet breeding? I don't know. There are certain questions that I don't know, and I guess I'm just going to experiment with it myself until somebody answers, and there will be lots of other questions I have as well. I'm just now getting into the pet breeding, so hopefully it goes really well. Somebody was nice enough to breed with one of my pets and allow me to get the fairy friend. So I actually have that on one of my pets, and I can, you know, breed with other ones and get a really good pet with it that's going to be able to cast fairy. So that's pretty nice. Alright, then I have the Narwhal mount here. I specifically use this mount because it's one of the only mounts that actually gives stats along with it. And this gives 2% damage, so that's really nice for me. Alright, then the deck that I have, I use the Mage's Blustery Stack. And this gives crit rating. And then I have another one if I want block rating. So there you go. That's basically my character. We have another character that I'll quickly run through real fast so that you guys can see exactly what all I've been doing. I have a second character that I started here, which is an ice one. And, oh boy, it's got to load up. But basically this one is decked out in all Zeus gear. I went ahead and farmed Olympus and got all Zeus gear on him. And he's using the Sky Hosta Iron or whatever it is. That gives 10% damage, which is pretty nice. Not quite an ice feature, but it's not too bad for me. Alright, so as you can see, I have the Zeus's Veil. I have the Zeus chest piece, Zeus boots, the Sky Iron Hosta, and everything else is kind of filler except for my necklace. My necklace I actually bought off the Crown store, and it allows me to cast healing spells with my power pips. So that makes it to where I can survive a lot more if I have a lot of block, and then also can cast healing spells with my power pips. My survivability is through the roof, so it's pretty nice. So far, I've already completed Dragonspire and working my way through Celestia right now, and I'm only level 44. It just goes to show that I'm just... ice is really easy to do well with, basically, because it can survive everything. Everything is eventually going to die to my damage, because if anything knocks me down very much, usually I can just cast a satyr on myself or something. I happened to get one of the Polaris pets and transferred it over to my ice character, and as you can see right here, he doesn't have amazing stuff. Like the Vigilant is not something that I would normally want, but he has Ice Assailant, which allows me to crit. I was critting even at level 30. Then we have additional crit rate here with the critical hitter, and then it can also cast Ice Spear on me. But the main thing that this pet has given me is this card here. Let me try to show you. Down here at the bottom, you will see that it gives me an Ice Blade, which it gave me the Ice Blade well before I was ever able to get my normal Ice Blade spell. I should have silenced my phone. I apologize. But this card right here, I went ahead and trained up my pet as fast as I could in order to get this spell, because the normal blizzard spell that we get is right here. You will see that it does 250 to 290 damage, which is not very much to all enemies. And this one here does 555 to 635 to all enemies. So it's, you know, over twice as good almost. And not almost, it is. So yeah, I had this at a very early level. I was able to pop off this spell and just nuke everything down like so easy. And you can actually buy this particular pet in Polaris. I happened to get it as a boss drop on my Storm character, but I went ahead and transferred it over to my Ice guy, but you can buy it. So if you ever want to do that and do the same method that I did, you can go ahead and pick up this pet in Polaris, give it to your lower level characters. Alright, so that's how I was able to breeze through everything. Let's see, is there anything else that I'm wanting to show off? Not really. Whenever I completed Dragonspire, I was lucky enough to go ahead and a couple of items I just went ahead and transferred over to my Ice guy if I got it onto my Storm guy while I was leveling him up. And one of the things that I did happen to get was this Chill Blade here on my Storm character back whenever he was doing Dragonspire. So I took this item and I transferred it to my Ice guy, and this is a really good theme for level 50 once I hit it. Alright, and then the ring here, I happened to get the ring out of Dragonspire as well, the one in Malister's Palace from the two golems. So one of them drops the ring, one of them drops the theme in Malister's stronghold, so to say. Alright, so I happened to get this on first try. Yeah, first try going through Malister's stronghold. I happened to get this band, and it was exactly what I was missing, so it was really nice to get it. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything else to show. So I'm going to be making videos on both of these characters. Hopefully I'll make other characters, and I plan to get into PvP as well, start dueling some other wizards and stuff, and I'm going to be making guides on every bit of the things that I go through. You guys are probably going to see individual boss fights and all that stuff, because I enjoy watching other people do it. I imagine you guys will enjoy some of it as well. Anytime I get a class quest, you better believe I'm making a video on it so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, how to get the stuff yourself. Hopefully we'll go through all of the Zeke quests as well. I specifically did not do any Zeke quests with this character, so I can do them all later and make guides on every one of them as a running tutorial. And once I get that done, it'll be pretty nice. And then I'll also do how-tos on how to do every one of the class quests, such as getting the pets, the spells, you know, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys will enjoy all the future content that's coming to this channel. I don't know how active I'm going to be on here because my other channel demands a lot of my time, but I'm going to try to do it as much as possible. But the big problem with this is that I don't usually play this game on my normal PC that I have on my recording equipment on. I play it on a laptop because I spend time with the family and everything hanging out in the living room, and we play it on a laptop, and usually I'm doing the stuff that I would like to record, but I'm doing it on a laptop that I can't record on, basically. So that's very unfortunate, and I switch between laptops all the time, so it's not like I can just... I guess I could put recording equipment on every single one of them, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed all this talking about everything that's going on with me, and I hope you guys will look forward to the future content, and we'll be doing plenty of giveaways on here. As a matter of fact, if you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section below, I will give away a $10 Wizard101 gift card. And of course, I don't know what this particular gift card is going to give. A lot of times they give away free pets as well on it. You can either use the gift card to get crowns in the game, or else you can get it to you for a, I guess, 30-day game time on here. So it's up to you how you use it, and I believe you'll get free pets or something else, a free prize of some sort. Depends on the gift card that I end up giving away. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and there will be plenty more Wizard101 content coming up. As usual, guys, my name is Grim, and I'll see you.